Hello, everybody, and welcome to Aurorum Thronekeeper, Session 8, Season 1. What is up? How we all doing today?
Good.
Yeah?
Cranky.
Yeah? Cranky?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to explain why, Doxy?
I have zits, chat room. I have so many fucking zits, and I'm really upset about it.
I am not cranky. So.
Must be nice.
Well.
How was your course yesterday, actually?
It was good. It was a good whopping 3 hours of someone lecturing to me about something that I do every day. And it was incredibly useful. Nothing at all to complain about. Quite thrilled about it. And then I had a meeting today after my day job to do an assignment for that with a group of people. So it was fun. It was good times. Nothing to complain about.
Perfect. There you go. Nothing to complain about.
Nothing to complain about.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm loving how Josh is also rocking the Corona fro. You know what I mean?
It's
like
my hair's so puffy.
It's good. It's like...
I wonder what it's
crazy.
going to be like in non-humidity climate, because I have never lived long term in places that is like more dry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You think it's not humid in New England? You're cute.
I mean, do you guys break 90 every day?
No. There's a difference between temperature and humidity. Temperature and humidity.
No, 90 every day.
Humidity is still caused by temperature, though.
Yeah, summertime, it gets pretty nasty. But I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking compared to what you deal with 3 months of the year, it's pretty gross. Versus you're always gross.
Well, I mean,
It gets a little muggy.
I was referring to Josh specifically.
you're always gross. That.
There you go. No, what's gonna be crazy is when we all like go back to work and then we're still not supposed to go get haircuts and stuff like that. So we'll still have like these like sorry I look like this. I just don't want to die.
I'm thinking about doing something crazy and just doing like a one shave side and doing like an emo haircut just for the hell of it, just to.
Josh, please do it.
Please do it.
Shave
I
one
did the
side,
redhead,
cornrow
right?
the other. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't do cornrows. It gives me headaches. I tried.
I love your hair right now. Genuinely.
I feel like it's Anchorman hair. It's like,
I think you look very handsome.
it is Anchorman.
Thank
hair.
you. I like Scott's messiness. I like that.
It's one of those. I don't know if anybody told you this, but I'm kind of a big deal around here. It's like the best Anchorman.
I don't have a
It
mug.
was a
I show a
bad
mug.
choice.
Oh, does he have a specific mug? I honestly, I know he has a mug. Kind of like the. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and fill.
He had a mug. I don't know if it's. God, that movie is so old. There's people in the chat room younger. All right.
Than the one I just referenced.
Yeah, the Office Space. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Jennifer Aniston is still. So.
She's the most beautiful living person. Besides my little sister, Amy Maxey.
Amy Maxey.
Good save. Good save, Doxy.
It wasn't even a
You'll love
save.
this.
I just
I know.
mean that.
I know.
I love
But
my
imagine
little
if you
sister so
hadn't
much.
said it.
She would totally
Still a
be
save.
watching. She would totally be watching the stream. She's like, "Yes, I am into Dungeons and Dragons."
You think Twitch is gonna be like Vine? Like people just forget about it completely in 20 years?
Oh,
Fine.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, right. I honestly have never used Vine. It had to be described to me. I'm not even joking.
I found out about it after.
Yeah.
When they uploaded it all to YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually funny." Okay, well, it's over. All right.
Well, I always ignored the fact that YouTube videos have that little Vine in the corner. I just never knew what it was. But then it was in a conversation after I started streaming that I found out. So I don't know when it stopped. So, but anyways. Okay, Boomer. Why don't we get started with the show here? Now, as a reminder to what happened last time, you guys were Renetslav, which was I don't want to say quite a city, but, a large town where there was, you specifically went there with the task of trying to find out who was providing these Perrin forces, these Paradel forces, with the wands and scrolls and whatnot that they were using when infiltrating your home, when infiltrating a Malta. You had found out that they apparently there's 6 that you know of that have come through here kind of fairly often. 6 dozen groups of people that will pass through the area collecting supplies. So that makes it so it's like, oh, well, we know of 1 dozen that went and assaulted the town Saul a long time ago. Was that one of the 6 or is that a 7th? You don't know that. You're going to probably put your hopes that it's one of the 6, and so there's only 5 left. Whatever the case may be. There was another group of them that Doxy got very familiar with. Maybe got somebody in a little bit of trouble. And then you found out exactly where they were getting the supplies from. Apparently, Mushroom Man came clean with you, gave you some information, then blew up his own shop while hopefully trying to retreat away from it. Unfortunately, you also caught the attentions of Josan, a very friendly gnomish person who now is like, hey, buddy, I'll see you later. And you're looking forward to that day. You leave Renetslav in the middle of the night with nice illumination in the sky behind you, little fireworks going off here and there, making your way back west. To bring us to the actual map so everybody can kind of see as a reminder for where we left off, and then we'll kind of pull the narration directly to the characters. Players, I'm sure you want to be here anyways, and for viewers, let's bring you guys.
Did you want to do the rolls?
We'll do that in a moment. Yep.
Okay.
So it was over in Renetslav, where you guys were just leaving from, and you wanted to actually you probably are actually here. You're starting to head directly west, trying to get over towards the border. The most contested area of the border is of course the area of the border that is no snapping. Is the area of the border that is where the area is thinnest, so that Paradel can burst through Jovance, and into a Malta. So you're trying to make your way over here. Now, what Josh is asking about before we actually go directly to the narration is that last time, I don't know why your thing's always screwed up on the screen. Last time when we played, you guys actually leveled up, and so we're going to have you guys do level ups.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to
I
roll
do,
the
I
yours?
do.
Ladies first.
Okay.
What do I do?
It's 1d6 plus con.
Okay.
You should have let them go first. That we could be like, I know.
Well, actually, it might be different for you guys because is it 1d6 for you guys?
It's 1d6 for me as well, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Because mage has less health.
Gaining levels, 1d6 plus con. Yep.
Okay.
From 1 to 10.
So, Docs, you have a +0 con.
I have a +1.
All right, so 5.
Perfect. 5.
It's not bad.
You want me to go next, or do you want to go next?
And then magic points only increase with willpower, right?
It depends on what
for
you're
you
getting a level
guys.
in. Yeah.
Yes.
Depends what you're getting
For
a
you
level in.
guys.
Josh gets magic points every level.
Okay.
So there's that.
Low roll.
I have to bring my bag of cough drops down. I'm gonna have to run upstairs at some point.
Yeah. I hope I don't get hit.
And did you roll there, Will? We're just waiting.
I did.
I see your connection to the server has been interrupted.
Yep. Oh, did it just not show up?
Yeah, it's not showing up yet.
Okay, one moment. Let me reload. Roll 20.
No. My connection has also been interrupted, so I think their server. Isn't tonight the night that Critical Role plays and stuff like that?
Yeah, they haven't started yet, but yeah.
Is the table clean? Yeah. Super clean, Krim.
Cool.
Well, want to hear something funny? So last night I licked the table, which is perfectly fine because it's my table in my room, where usually it's literally only me that's ever in this room. I mean, we're talking almost every hour of almost every day. It's only me here. After that, when I went to bed last night, I put on Legal Eagle. It's a YouTube channel that I like, and they were talking about people. It was sort of like the laws of people spreading coronavirus intentionally, and like getting other people. Anyways, apparently there was a licking of like a challenge of like stuff at grocery stores and like toilet bowls and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is a really bad time for me to be jokingly licking my own table. I was like, totally was disconnected from, but I was like, oh God.
You're such a boomer.
Well,
that's so old. That's like not current.
I don't TikTok, like, I don't know.
It was on the news.
I don't watch cable news. Come on now. I read news.
You're in that special spot in between boomer and millennial where you're just not quite up to date enough on either of the trends, so you get nothing.
I follow things I think are important, like politics. I don't care about. You want to lick shit?
Hey, it was
on
gross,
you.
Scott. Like people would open people were opening things and like licking the inside. It was nasty.
And then they get
There
paid
it is.
$35,000 lawsuits. And now hopefully yours is coming. They're
I just finally loaded back into Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
God, I
did
have
it go
so
through?
much willpower.
yeah, I mean, you click again. We're gonna take the first one. Click like 8 times. The
All right.
server's not working. Let's just overload it.
I think what happened was since it isn't connecting.
Oh, there we
when
go.
you
Oh,
closed
hey!
it was lost.
Did it come through?
Oh,
Yeah, you got Max.
10.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
that's amazing. Good for you. It was worth the wait. I'm so happy
That
for you.
is dope.
I actually did not
happy
see.
to do that.
I didn't see it on my end before either, so I was just like waiting with anticipation.
Now, because of what you are, this sounds so aggressive when I point at you and say it like that. Because of your character build, do you get magic points or whatever it's called, mana points, whatever it is, this level as well, or no?
Nope, I'm a warrior. So
You don't get that as a Slayer thingy? Okay.
nah, nah, I ain't fancy enough for that apparently. So
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, I'm glad you got lots more health points. It just means I can be more aggressive with you. So,
yeah, I'm up to 64 health now.
honestly, I fought you with Josan, and all he did was melt your shield. I don't even know if he even hurt you. So,
No, he didn't
He's-
hurt me. I was
He's
at-
double. He's literally double what HP was.
I want you to know I
I'm
have
right in the
rolled.
middle.
I've rolled either a 5 or a 6 on every single health
I
level.
know, that's
So,
amazing.
it's very good.
I genuinely want you to be, because I
Yeah.
want to be able to throw horrible things at your party, and
Yeah.
you can watch them die and know that
Yeah.
it's the reason why you had to watch that was because you rolled too much health.
You know, and I will live with that trauma. I will. And, I will remember them fondly as they pass into the ether and then they roll new characters that also pass into the ether. I'll remember them. I will. And this is where Oscar dies tonight because of his arrogance.
Oy.
No,
All right.
no, we're fine. We're
All right.
yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, don't cough on people, don't cough at people, and don't lick ice cream cartons. I like ice cream too much. I just don't want your germs.
Yeah, hey, how about just don't be a dick? Because that's gross at the best of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty grimy. I mean,
Big and gritty.
it's sad that we have to have this conversation. Don't lick things.
I mean, like, I've
Unless
been
it's
to
your own
Disney
table
Worlds.
inside your own house.
Literally fucking taught that in preschool. Don't lick things.
You can also lick your partners.
Yeah,
It-
stay home and lick each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck.
Just lick
Absolutely.
your forearms, elbows, go at it.
Yep. So make sure you get consent first. You know what I mean?
And wash yourself after.
And before, hopefully.
Before touching.
No. That's what the licking is for, Josh.
Yeah, you don't like a little seasoning on that?
Okay, hold on. Why don't you just go in the
I
shower
was
and
gonna
lick
be
each
so
other?
much grosser. I was gonna be so much grosser. I
Just
didn't do it.
Doxy, just lick each other in the shower. It's all good.
That was tremendous personal growth, and you all need to acknowledge it.
I appreciate you as a human being.
Thank you.
Personally, I'm grossed out by you and only keep you here because I'm afraid you're going to cough on me.
Now I am gonna cough on you.
Hey, I like it. Consent. Consent.
Joke's on you. He's into that shit.
All right, moving on. We are leaving Run at Slav. You guys left really quickly before you actually set yourself on a very specific path of where is you wanted to make your way back into Yovance, even if you're literally looking to go back into there, or if you're hoping to stay on this side of things and disrupt the military anymore. It's up to you. Do you want to go breaching back through? In theory, you actually succeeded on the first half of your first mission. Took you 7 episodes. Just kidding. And now you can either kind of go into the second half there, which is to go and utilize this success as like leverage for you to start working with Yovance, or you can try to stay on this side and see if you can disrupt the military anymore.
These are excellent questions.
Well, I'm driving the cart.
Priscillin is not speaking to these boys.
Yeah, we're not really in a talking mood. Personally, I'm just gonna be trying to get us away from towns because we need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a lot of stuff we need to talk about. Like we need to just get isolated, and we have Ka to worry about because he's innocent in all this. And then like I need to tell Oscar, and I'm scared. Laszlo's scared, so he just wants to get.
Why
to
don't
a
you guys
place
take that moment to actually RP with one another? I'm gonna run upstairs and get my bag of cough drops, and you guys RP, and I'll just mute myself. Okay.
I mean, Oscar, just for a little bit of visual, Oscar is riding the horse. He's not too far in front, but he is in front. He's kind of moving through and kind of looking around, paying attention, trying to keep things safe. But so he's probably a little bit ahead. So if you two were wanting to talk, for instance, if Chrisellen was ever going to speak to
Chrisellen is speaking. She's speaking sweet as you please to Ka, teaching him how to read.
Yeah. Okay.
Laszlo's just gonna turn back because they're in the wagon, right? I don't know where to go. We need to get somewhere away from everything.
Well, I suggest you find somewhere.
Oscar is looking out for that and kind of, you could probably, it depends. How panicked are you right now?
He's not panicked, but he's really afraid.
Okay.
Like that gut wrenching, like it could happen again any moment.
Yeah.
Like,
So
anxiety is what.
Yeah. Like he's.
Oscar looks incredibly calm to you right now on the outside. Like he looks like he's calm and like he's looking for a location that they can kind of hunker down. So he's like, he's keeping his cool for the moment. So I don't know if that helps calm Laszlo down.
No,
probably makes it worse, huh?
I wouldn't say it makes it worse. I just Laszlo just he doesn't know what to do. Right. He's at a loss. Like he just doesn't know what to do, and that's not something that he's used to.
So Oscar would probably seeing. I'm assuming that the panic or like the fear is worn off.
It'd be on his face. He's not trying to hide it.
Then Oscar would fall back a little bit and just say, "Well, we need to find somewhere where we can pull off the road. Ideally, cover our tracks."
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to help. It might not help. We need to get a good night's sleep.
Whether it's guards or whether it's your people.
It's going to be our people. It's going to be them.
The Congress, not your people. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. I shouldn't have worded it like that.
Whatever. It's going to be them. It's Josen's going to lead it. We have time. He was hurt. That whoever that man was that showed up, whoever Chrisellen's friend was.
Our best option is to get across the border then, if you're this afraid.
It's not going to matter.
It will matter. It will matter.
I think it's best if we find some place to rest as soon as possible.
Rest is good, but next step after that, we need to get across the border. Yes, we could stay here and we could disrupt, but we've encountered a much larger threat than the four of us here can deal with. Yeah. That's not something that we're ready to take on right now, so we don't. And we don't press our luck by trying to disrupt a military that supports these people. We don't press our luck. We move across the border. So we find a place to rest that's moving towards the border, right? Step 1, find a place to rest. I agree. Step 2, get across the border.
Yeah. He didn't get anything of yours, did he?
No, he destroyed my shield, but I took it with me. Okay.
You bought us some time killing that man, but not much.
You just hear one singular.
And you will see Oscar like deflate at the statement there, and just say, I did what I did. That's it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. We'll talk about it when we get to a camp or something. You didn't stop anything, though.
No, there is no stopping this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just find a place then. Across the border.
Yes.
The problem is the bridge. It's going to be guarded, and there's a fire at the. How Scott? How obvious in the distance is the fire in the town? Because you said it was huge, right?
I mean, the problem with the fire is that it is fueled by a whole bunch of like magical like scrolls and whatnot, and various other magical things as they get consumed by hotter and hotter and more magically charged fire because they're kind of going off. So it's not necessarily that the fire itself is particularly large. It's, you know, the core building that was burnt plus maybe a couple of other buildings around it that caught. It's the bursts that are going off here and there of various colors, or might just change the color of the fire overall from being like a typical reddish yellowish color to being like a brilliant purple, or being like a deep cool gray and stuff like that. You know, it's that's just kind of throwing it off. You know what I mean?
How are we gonna get across the bridge? That's super weird.
Do we need the cart?
Yes, we do.
Do we actually need the cart? Or do you need the cart for clothes and goods?
We need the cart.
Okay.
We have a man that is not fit to walk across
I
the
wouldn't
country.
suggest he would walk. I would suggest that he would ride the horse. But I understand for other reasons. If we need the cart, I'm just asking what our options are. That's it.
You think a distraction?
That's what I was thinking, but with a cart, it's hard to make that work.
I mean,
Sure would be nice to have a member of the Arcane Congress right about now.
yeah. I don't know.
Well, either that or you all find another passageway through and I cross the bridge.
I
Keep them
Chris
distracted.
Allen, I know you're mad at us right now, but do you think you could talk us past the bridge?
Yes?
Chris Allen's the best chance we got, Oscar.
I agree.
What's our cover story if we get separated and questioned?
We're flaying the fire, or we're done with our wares and we're leaving. It's really late at night. It seems odd, I think, for a traveler, like if we're traveling for business.
There's a funeral. What city? Oscar, your grandfather is dying. We must go make arrangements.
Basso. It's on the other side of the lake.
Okay.
And we will go the opposite direction of Basso and tell these guards that we're going to Basso.
Yes, that will work. Basso is on the other side of the lake, but there's a couple of ways around to it. I'll be honest, we'll be on the same road heading to Basso for a while if we go that route. If we change it up, we could go to, we could say we're going to Strandano instead. I'm not as familiar with it though.
You guys know that you left town just after midnight, or what 1 in the morning when everything happened, so on and so forth. Your cart moves only at about two miles an hour, and the bridge is 12 miles away. So I mean that's 6 hours away. It's gonna be 6 a.m. by the time you guys get there. That being said, I mean if you just held up, if you just wasted about an hour's time to make sure you pass through at 7 a.m., you'd be passing through just after sunrise. So, I mean, I don't know how suspicious you might be concerned that it would or wouldn't look, because maybe that was visible as far out as the bridge overnight, and you are arriving there around sunrise. But if you're not looking to be crossing it at nighttime, killing an hour, maybe two, prior to crossing it would be.
Okay.
I'm
That's a
your
good idea.
hired muse. Laszlo is my tailor.
Okay.
You ever made clothes, Lazo?
No.
That's okay.
This is the same bridge you guys just crossed, right? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah. I'm worried that they're gonna want more money. Because
I'm worried that it's going to be the same guards.
Oh, if it's the same guards, then we're properly fucked.
Well, or you genuinely say that I'm originally from Yovance, and I'm just hired. But my grandpa's passed away, and I'm going for the funeral, and you agreed to come with me.
okay. Or we could just not. We didn't do our job here. What was it? How many other locations we need to find that they're spread out? Right now might be a good time to be proactive. They're already going to be chasing us.
I think it's a risk. To stay on this side of the border, it's a risk.
This isn't the only
Everything
border
is a
crossing.
risk right now. We're traveling between warring nations with a known fleeing member of the Arcane Everything is a risk right now. They're angry. We killed one of them. We
Yes.
stole one of them.
And
They know that we know the source of their purloined magics. We are taking a risk no matter what we do.
I am saying that being on Parendel soil is more of a risk right now than being on Yovance or a Maltese soil. Because where you have allies, you have slightly less risk. Not a lot less, but slightly less.
Oscar, you're putting a lot of focus on these borders. They mean nothing to people like Joseon. Joseon's made to infiltrate, made to attack. It's like you.
I know.
A border wouldn't stop you.
No, it hasn't before. I'm not saying that it does a lot for us, but it does increase our chances. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to quickly take a leak on the side of the road.
I wish you would get off the horse first. That's weird. I don't know what to do. I think we should be proactive. Maybe hit it while things are still fresh. Maybe they won't think we will. But I don't know if you guys need to know what you're up against.
If it were up to me, and I was the one that was consulted before decisions were made, we would stay.
I mean, we didn't talk about what happened, but it doesn't change anything.
I'm not a fool. You could have stopped him. That power was in your hands, if even for a moment.
I tried to talk to the man. When I showed him the truth, he freaked out.
I don't care. He was bound. Oscar was right there. I was in the other room. We would be in far shallower shit, Laszlo, if we had that man with us.
I mean, that's not 100% true, but you're right. I could have stopped him.
We could have put him on a cart going the opposite direction and they would have tracked him. We would have had distance. We would have had time. We would have had cover.
You're right. I didn't think about that at the time.
Yeah, that's the problem with you two. You don't think. You make decisions without me, and we end up here. Now, we're crossing bridges as we get to them, aren't we?
Oof.
She indicates the bridge up ahead.
Yeah, double entendre burn. Sorry for the messing with screens. I found out why it was that it was pulling from the wrong source. Short version. So I fixed it because I thought I fixed your screen forever ago when you were in a combat screen, and I found that it was just pulling from the wrong source. All good.
So we should wait. until sunrise? Or do you want to try it the dark?
I think we should stay and finish the job.
I agree.
I'd like to get Ka to safety.
I think Ka should leave us.
I think Ka should do whatever he wants, as he's a free man. I think it would be safer if he left.
Yeah.
But if he prefers the companionship to safety, then I'm no one to choose for him.
That sounds fair.
We're just having this conversation like right in front of him. He's like looking at
He's
book
asleep.
in my
He's
lap.
asleep.
He's sleeping right now.
Okay.
He's listening. He's listening to the whole damn thing. I agree with you. I know it sounds horrible, but the Parendale treat their servants much better, and it's an easier transition than what we're trying to do.
I have very many friends that can do very many things and help this man find his own mind and his own life. That's a non-issue. The issue is getting him there. If I take him to an academy, he will be provided for.
But we're not going back there.
If I take him to somebody that can escort him to an academy with a written letter, with my seal, he will at least be provided for until I'm there to take care of business.
If you think that's best, I do think we should ask him, but I'm going to be honest with you. He'll probably just say stay. It's the only new thing he knows.
Then he will stay. That is the right of a free man.
You're right. We need to be honest with him then.
I'll talk to him.
It's likely we're going to be attacked, Chrisellen.
I know this.
It's going to be bad. I'm sorry.
You should be.
Yeah, that's a long pee.
Oh no, I've been standing here for a while now.
What do you think? Both Chriselle and I think we should stay and push for the mission.
Yes, if you want us to die, that's a good way to go. Now, I'm fine dying for this mission if that's what you guys want to push for. Fine. We can do that. It is death, though.
Our mission isn't to survive, is it?
Well, it would be, because we do need to get to Yovant so that you can actually speak with them and maybe make a difference in their electoral situation. Our mission is not necessarily to disrupt the Parendale completely. That is just something that we were planning to do in order to help us with our conversations with Yovant. That is step one. Or did you forget that?
I thought the first step was to try to slow them down.
Yes.
We only barely did that. There's, 5 others?
Yeah.
Locations?
And giving information to our border territories and to Yovance's border territories that there are going to be infiltrators makes it a lot harder for them to do their job. Sometimes information is just as valuable as actually doing the killing yourself.
Do you think that's enough?
I think it's about all we can do when we're dealing with someone who you say is literally designed to kill me and knows all of your tricks. And no offense, Chris Ellen, but you're not exactly the combat prowess that we're looking for in these circumstances. You're not anything to scoff at, but if what Laszlo is saying is true, none of us are going to matter when fighting this man.
I'm not going to fight that man.
Yes, precisely.
Smart.
Going to trick that man?
Good luck. You're smart. You're very smart, both of you. But don't be so damn sure of yourselves all the
I know
time.
what to do. They're going to be watching the sensors. Why don't we make it look like we're heading to one place?
What
There
a
goes
novel
someone's.
idea, Laszlo. What a novel idea. How do you propose we do that without the man that we should have used to do that with?
Well, I mean, we could stage it. As long as I know where it's set, I can have Oscar destroy it without them knowing. He could be ready. We could have the cart going off in the distance and then him destroy it. And so they think we're going in one direction. Or even they think we're going, we can have it make us show them where we are going and they won't believe it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. If you think that's enough, Oscar, this is your task. My task is to aid you, and you, Chris Ellen. That's my job. If you think that you're done with your mission, Oscar, then let's go and take care of Chris Ellen's.
No,
and
I
then
don't,
we could.
I don't think my mission is any more possible now. At this stage, I don't believe that we can do any more than we have already. Not other than provide the information to the people who need it. And we need to figure out where that information would need to go. We need to figure out where the appropriate locations would be to pass that information along to. There is more work to be done. It is not done. But we can't fight on this side anymore because we are going to just be putting our necks out for the cutting. That's it. If we stay in Parendel, that is all we are doing.
So we'll work on Chris Ellen's stuff then until more information comes. We know a way we can get word to the Queen without other people knowing. Why don't we do that? We tell her all the information that we have, and she could provide aid to those areas. It might take longer.
It might
And
take
then we
too
could-
long.
We can't have it both ways. We can't stay and then not stay.
I agree.
So then we listen to Chris Ellen. This is her job now. She's the specialist.
Whatever you need. I'm just going to do my best to keep you all alive. That's all I can do now.
Where would you like to go, Chris Ellen?
I don't know.
I would assume the capital.
For all the
Or at
thinking,
least-
for all the thinking that I do, I am at a loss right now. We can't draw this powerful man to the capital. We have to deal with the monkey on our back before we do anything else.
We can't kill that man right now. Not in our current state. I'm happy to admit when I am unable to do something. When it comes to military combat, it is something that I have experience in. I cannot kill that man. And he pauses and he looks at Laszlo. No one else here can right now either. We're not dealing with him. We can't. We cannot right now.
I didn't say that we need to kill him. But we need to deal with the problem.
Question for you, Laszlo.
Yeah.
Do you deal with that man in any way? Is he gone in any way, shape, or form if he still lives?
If he has a mission. He's
Like me.
Yes. He's a specialist.
Yeah. And even though he's hurt right now, that's not going to stop him, is it?
He could travel. He could travel across many distances in the blink of an eye. He's probably in a very safe place right now being treated while giving a report to someone far worse than him. And tomorrow morning, they're going to go in that town and they're going to find the body of the man we killed. And they're going to either do one of two things: bring him back if he's important enough, or cut his head off and bring him to a necromancer to speak to him.
Then we need to go back and recover that body. And
I agree with
destroy
you.
it.
We could. We could.
Now.
If we're going to do it, we have to do it now.
I hope it isn't too late.
It probably is.
No, it might not be. Joseph was injured. He has limits on magic, just like I do.
Yes, but think about a town dealing with they're not just going to leave a dead body in an inn's room.
There's a fire. They're not going to be focused on our room.
The tavern keeper might, though, and maybe they'll have some information, but I don't precisely trust them.
We don't have to.
Okay.
We just be quick about it. Get the body.
I will go. I will go. Alone. Recover the body. Bring it to the cart. I can talk my way out of trouble, Oscar. You cannot fight a city.
Right. Oscar.
I'm not shaking my head because I don't think it's the right move. I am shaking my head because I am terrified that you're going to die.
I'm not.
Well, that makes one of us. Oscar just turns the horse around.
Yeah, we just head back.
Heading back, I guess. Fuck me.
God.
I'm just like
This is a horrible idea.
petting Ka's head in the back of the cart.
Oh,
Does
shit.
Ka purr?
Oh my god.
You tell
Why
us.
do
You
you have
made
to
him.
make it weird?
No, Scott's just making it Scott.
Doxia, I'd purr if you pet my head.
You didn't last time.
Wrong head.
Oh god.
So that was a delayed response. My apologies. I'll work on that. Anyways, all right. So I like the idea that your characters literally rode like an hour outside of town in silence. Then you spent like an hour talking, and then you're like, "Fuck me," and then turn back around. And now this time, like you head back, and that first hour, I wouldn't say you went out like a bat out of hell, but you definitely didn't go slowly. So by the time you get back there, it's not 4 hours. We'd even say it was probably about 4.5 hours later. Leaving it at about 1 in the morning, you're getting back there at about 5:30 in the morning. This is one of those pre-dawn, almost. I don't remember the phrase, but almost like twilight times, where like you can see off in the eastern horizon, the sky is not midnight. Or that dark blue. You can start to see like the lighter shades of blue starting. Not the colors of sunrise, but like those lighter shades of blue way off to the east. So if you have any plans of what you want to do and you hope to leave town during still the cover of night, you need to do so a little bit quicker than maybe you otherwise would have referenced. No, not dawn. This is well before dawn. So when the sun's still well over the horizon.
So I would recommend that if we're going to head back and we need to do it fast, to go at as fast as we can pace without like not a full on sprint, but like a pushed march kind of thing.
And you guys shouldn't enter the city either. Like Chrysellen should. Well, somebody should stay with the cart. And Chrysellen would recommend, actually, really, Laszlo should stay with the cart. And Oscar should
the slowest one.
Chrysellen, and I should push that body out the window, and he should run it to the cart.
Well, I mean, why does somebody even have to stay with the cart?
In case we need to get Ka out of there.
No, I mean, Ka can get himself out if he need to.
Also, less people is less stealth that we need to use.
Yeah. Scott, was there with the inn that we were staying at, was there back alleys, or was it always?
I
just
lowered
like,
a sheet out the window.
Funny enough,
You
there
did.
actually is a sheet lowered out the window.
Yeah, there is. Would I be able to take a wagon down a back alley so we're not like in the middle of a street?
Ezio Auditore walks by and he's just like, nope.
Oh god.
This is a large town. So I mean, there are definitely alleyways and whatnot that are over there. I don't know if you remember, but like kind of like they're describing almost city like when you were engaged with what's his name, Josan before. So you were actually can take more or less like less direct paths to get there. It just takes a little bit longer, but you can take less direct paths to get to the inn without being noticed. That's definitely an option you guys can take. But my apologies if you are pushing yourselves back because nobody ever got a proper night's rest and so on and so forth. I just need everybody to make me a Constitution endurance check, just to stamina check, just to make sure that you're all kind of like feeling up to snuff.
So that's what is that? Total 19 for me with 3. Yeah, but I'm gonna re-roll it. I can take the higher value of the 2 for any con stam check. So I'll take the 22
with
that
6 stunt. Jesus Christ, Jesus,
Yeah.
you are feeling. You've already had coffee. You're like, I don't drink coffee. I'm better than that. And then the rest of us judge you.
I imagine in the military they prep you for fucking sleep dip.
Yep, that's really all this is just him just being like, all right, back to military training. We're good.
Oh, I was confused for a second. It was just the shitty API was not.
It didn't kick in.
Yeah, it was,
right
it was
away.
slow. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, Laszlo got a 14. Crystalline got
Crystalline.
whatever it is,
Crystalline.
got an 11, and you gotta go fuck yourself. That's ridiculously high. So Crystalline, you are feeling definitely tired. There's no getting around the fact that you're drowsy. No actual mechanical penalties right now, unless you're going to have to roll another one of those Constitution checks. You'll have a penalty for that. But otherwise, you're fine for now. You are not much slower than them, to be clear. Your speed is what, 2 less? You actually aren't slow by any stretch. What is the actual? So we pushed ourselves back. So instead of getting there 5:30 in the morning, we'll actually say you save yourselves the same amount of time as you would have on the way. So it's 4:30 in the morning. Okay, right? No, yeah. So it's about 4:30 in the morning. That's fine. So when you kind of arrive around town, are you not bringing your cart into town? Are you leaving it outside of town? Are you like what's the way you're going about this?
I would ask Laszlo to prepare the cart for retreat. Choose a rendezvous point. We would go recover the body. I would climb up the sheet. Hopefully it's still there.
Well, I mean, we're not even in town yet. That's what he's asking. Do we want to leave the wagon out of
Right, I
town?
understand
Yeah,
that.
she's describing the plan. So like basically the idea is that we would leave the cart outside the city. Laszlo would prep it.
Outside the city, though?
Well,
I would think like 2 blocks away, maybe. But not
far
like
enough
outside
away.
the city.
I don't know.
We definitely are not taking it to
It depends.
the
Scott,
scene
how
of the
far into
murder.
this? How far into this tavern? Or how far into town is this tavern?
I mean, not from the exact entrance that you guys came from the other entrance, the northern entrance. Not very far, but from the southern entrance, it's pretty much on the other side of town.
Okay, go around town.
Go around. Okay. Yeah.
to
I
the
agree.
other entrance.
Yep. So then the idea then being that Chris Ellen would climb in, Oscar would stand below and catch a dead body.
You don't even have to catch it. We need to destroy it. Might as well soften it.
All right.
Jesus.
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough.
That was gross.
That was,
That was
gross.
like
Dead.
that was
Doesn't
not
matter.
standard Crystalline gross. That was like.
All right.
I mean, I expect you to say. Besides, I'm curious if rigor mortis set in.
Oh, gross.
Not yet.
That's gross.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So he's gonna go around the northern entrance. Do you go through the southern entrance, or you legit like make your way around town, walking fast, faces past
around town.
from the outside? Gotcha.
I would drop them off so that they can go, and then I'll go around town, me and Ka in the wagon, and then go to the other entrance.
Snaga, all the parties start good. They start that way.
It's just there's one common thread on all the parties, just putting it out there.
Yeah, you guys are terrible people.
It's
Anyways,
Scott's
so-
DMing.
Oh,
Just saying.
sure,
Just saying.
sure.
Lawful neutral.
All right, moving on. So you make your way around town while them two go through it and head to the tavern. Are you guys just walking down the main roads, or are you trying to be discreet and go down?
Definitely being sneaky.
Cool. Then what I'm going to have you do is actually roll me a stealth check. But fun thing for the stealth check, you can do one of two things. Let me just double click on a character sheet so I can make sure I'm going to say the right thing here. You can roll me, of course, dexterity stealth to legit, through the or Pink Panther style through the shadows, or you can actually roll me a. If the two of you don't want to do that, you can actually try to use a perception / communications check between the two of you to try to like come off as people maybe walking through town a little bit intoxicated.
Let's do a communications check. Let's do it.
It would be a combo. One would be doing perception, the other one communications.
You do perception, I'll do communication.
Or you can both roll the dexterity stealth.
I will do this, but it is a worse roll for me. I will tell you that now. But we'll do the perception communication, and this will be just hoping for the best. So I'm guessing perception first from me here?
Correct.
All right. It could be better.
It could be.
It couldn't be much worse.
That's correct. Yeah.
But
it could be better.
Yeah. It could be
I
better.
can re-roll communications checks, but I have to take the second roll.
Do it.
Yes.
Why not?
Let me just double check.
Yeah. I mean, you could either do that or
die.
you could luck it.
You
instead.
both can use a luck die, honestly.
You use a luck die.
I will use
pretty
a luck,
good.
I will use a luck die and see where I land, and then you can tell me what you think.
You guys currently have 3
Doxy.
luck die.
That's better. That's 11 now for mine.
I'll adjust that to it too.
Okay, yeah, I can re-roll this, but I don't think I should.
I think 14 is pretty good.
I
especially if you
also
luck
think
it.
14 is pretty good.
If you luck it as well, that's like.
If,
You want to luck it?
if you guys want me to, I will.
I mean, if you're not going to reroll, I would recommend you luck it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would
I
say,
can re-roll for free, but it might be worse.
but you also might need to use that in town. You might have to talk your way out of something, you know?
All right, there you go.
That's
So
good.
with
That's 16. That's
I was going to say, with that 8, things were not going to go well because you wouldn't have noticed things. But you actually are able to do a combination of just, kind of like seeing if there might be just a patrolling guard or persons of that might be keen enough to take notice of you. You see them quick enough that you can kind of avoid those people well enough as you're walking through town. Or there's points in time where it kind of like you come around the bend and you notice like last second that somebody just happens to be there that you're like, oh shit. And it's one of those whole, what's her name there? Like Black Widow moments where you're like, what is it? PDA makes people uncomfortable. Kiss me. You know what I mean? Like one of those kind of moments where Chris Ellen just kind of like leans in, just kind of like laughs at a joke for him. And he's like, oh, that's what she's doing. Ha ha ha. And you guys are actually able to get across town with nobody noticing that you don't stand out in anybody's mind. It's the short version. You make your way to the tavern. There you are. 2 things of note. One, even though it's still dark out, the lights in that the light in the window of your bedroom is still on. And 2, even though the window is still open, the sheet is no longer dangling.
How feasible would it be for me to scale the wall?
Scaling a wall is not easy to do. It is actually genuinely hard to do, especially from the bottom area. However,
even
if you were to
boost from Oscar?
If you were to get 10 figures lifted by Oscar's ridiculously tallness, and he was to do like a legit overhead boost with, how tall is your character, Doxy?
5 feet.
Yeah, so I mean, if you think about it, if
Combination
Oscar was
11 feet plus around an extra like what 1.5 foot from top reach for my arm length. So
And I can jump.
that's a solid 8 feet over your head. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. For the 8 feet overhead that you'd be able to do, and she's 5 feet plus her arm reach, you would actually be able to reach up to the window from there, Doxy. No problems. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just you guys are gonna have to make a dexterity. You're gonna have to make a dexterity check for balancing. Oscar, you have to make no check. She is light enough that it's not an issue.
Cool. I was gonna say I could also just.
Doxy, you
climb,
easily
but-
beat this. Easily beat the check. Because again, he's also helping to stabilize you. So you easily
What
are
do
able to-
I see in that window?
So when he starts lifting you up, you actually get this. Do me a favor, roll me a perception check, really.
Sure.
Once more with
Okay.
feeling.
So with your 13, 15 total,
15.
that's sexy, and 3 stunt die.
Mm-hmm.
Doxy, you hear, and you can tell me how you want to spend your stunt die in a second. You can actually hear 2 voices conversing as you're being hoisted up there by Oscar. You didn't hear them before. You didn't see movement or shadows or anything like that before. But you hear 2 voices conversing as you go up there. You actually
In my room?
in your room. You actually so much as go as far as, now this is all I can give you before you choose how to spend your stunt die is, yeah, but what do we do with it? And now you can choose how to spend your stunt, and then I'll continue. Thank you again for the 5 gift subs.
I think I will do speedy search and advantageous positioning.
Okay, cool. So Speedy Search gets one of those things where you're also going to be able to poke your head up super fast without them even being able to notice you. Advantageous Positioning is, I believe, if things come to combat, you have advantage on that, or you have an advantage on the combat. Correct? Cool. So you get one of those things where you're like, you know, kind of
Like I can put myself wherever within 2 yards, actually, is what.
the ground.
Yeah. Basically.
So you you kind of like motion for Oscar to stop, and then you just do like a quick little, like you poke your head up then back down really quickly to get a quick glimpse. You actually are able to see inside there that the 2 people that are conversing, one of them is human and one of them is mole. I say mole, hobgoblin. Hey, there it is, finally. So one of them is human and one of them is hobgoblin conversing. The human looks familiar. It's the innkeeper.
I would go in.
So you climb in through the window? Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you climb in through the window, it's one of those things where you actually down from below, Oscar, you hear, "What the fuck?" as she goes climbing through the window, and it freaks them out.
No. No worries.
It's her room. It's her room.
There was a kerfuffle. I
Yeah, a
escaped out the
kerfuffle.
window.
There's 3 dead people. 4.
Yeah.
3 dead. Yeah, 3 dead.
I'm going to be honest with you. It was a lover's quarrel. I
One
need
of
to
them's
grab
tied
this
to
one.
a chair, and the hobgoblin's like, "Yeah, I'm getting authorities." And he goes and opens the door is actually already open. He starts.
You
like,
said I can
his
hear
way
this?
out. Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk around to the front of the tavern.
No. Okay.
I'm just at the door of the front of the tavern. I'm just basically waiting to see if someone comes out.
I am going to say, yeah, a lover's quarrel.
He looks down and is like, "No, these are all Congress. No, this is the innkeeper." He's like, "I don't know what you're into, but I'm not getting involved." And he starts walking away. Obviously, they
I'm
heard the
gonna
combat
toss
earlier.
the chair out the window with the body in it.
That's not an easy. It's a goblin. The
I'm
know.
not strong.
No, it's a no. But you could toss a child out a window, couldn't you, Doxy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
so,
I
I mean-
fucking destroy my nieces whenever we wrestle.
Yeah,
Destroy
exactly.
'em.
Yeet!
It's one of those
Right,
things
well-
where it's like listen, if what's his
you.
name? If Michael Jackson could hold a toddler out a window, you know, I'm pretty sure I could.
So if I hear a fucking chair crash on the ground as I'm walking around to the front, I'm going back and I'm picking up this body.
It's more than just a chair crashing on the ground. Because
No, I'm sure I hear a sickening crunch of a skull. I'm sure.
Like a melon hitting cobblestone.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the sound.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go back up and pick this gnome up and just. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm like, I guess I'm just carrying dead gnome around with me. I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna be like staring at it for the moment and then just like looking up at the window, waiting to see if Grisellin's coming along.
Oh yeah, I hop out.
Okay. Do you want me to try and catch you right now, or are you?
What
just,
about
like,
the other 2? Or no,
They
because
don't matter.
okay, because they weren't investigated by Josh and whatnot. They didn't have
Yeah.
long conversations, but they did see your face and whatnot.
I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Cool. Awesome, because Josan also technically saw your face as well, so I was just
Exactly.
I was dangling bait, you know.
Yeah. Classic DM bait.
So you go to hop out the window. You literally see what's your name, Oscar. You go over there, you see this mess of a body on the ground. You're like, I guess I'm gonna scoop this up. And like while you're scooping it up, you hear like, ugh, and then you see somebody's darting down the street quickly. Now, the guards are already on high alert because explosions and fires, and there was already like.
Do I recognize it as the innkeeper?
I wasn't the innkeeper. It was some hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin?
Not Durat.
Still seeing someone. Yeah, no, it's suspicious enough. I'm going after them. I'm gonna charge after them. Running check, presumably.
Yeah. So you my apologies. We had decided this beforehand.
So
I never actually instituted this stuff. I haven't had time to institute it. So
Okay.
it is strength is running.
Okay, because in there there's Constitution stamina. There's also Constitution running. So do you want?
Oh, then it's Constitution running. That's what it is.
Okay, then I'll roll that and go for it.
I'm just
here.
finding that cheat sheet. I'm trying to open it right now.
Whoa, that's a rough roll.
Is this one gaming kit?
That is a terrible roll.
I'm not even looking at it yet.
It's 14.
Not a terrible roll.
Constitution running, like you said, yes, sir. Beautiful. 14 with 2 stunt, and then I will roll my running check as the Is it looking behind them and seeing you?
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I'm waiting for a new mic. I just checked today. It's supposed to be here Saturday, even though I ordered it 5 weeks ago. I just checked today, and it's supposed to be Saturday. It still hasn't shipped, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, you beat them, so you can use your 2 stunt if you'd like.
I'm assuming this isn't combat necessarily. More role play, maybe. I don't know.
Are you chasing them with a dead body?
Oh no! I would have put that down. That's
Crisellan would start dragging it.
Oh,
so-
you're not down there yet. I have to make a check to get
is
down
this
there.
Sure. Exploration? What is this for stunt points?
Oh yeah, that's right. There's technically nothing for you to do.
Let's
on this
just-
with stunt
so
points.
just degree of
I'm
success?
creating something that I'm doing
Okay.
with chat, but I never got around to finish.
Cool.
I've been busy. So
For now, degree of success, then just catching up to them
exactly.
faster.
Yep. Yeah. Because it's supposed to be like an extended action sort of a thing. So it's like catching up to this person's an average check, so it's kind of like stunt points equal catching up sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you run and you're catching up to the guy. Doxy, for you to jump out of the window, I do need from you a what's it called, dexterity, acrobatics check. You can also do strength jumping, but I assume you want that one better.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! So you easily drop to the ground very nimbly, no issues whatsoever. You don't twist your ankle, you don't hurt yourself. It's actually, you land deftly where it is, and it's literally like, and there he goes, running off.
Not the first boudoir escape I've ever made.
Hey-o. What do you do, Docs?
Start dragging the body so that it's hidden-ish.
Okay, beautiful.
And hide myself as best I can as well.
Beautiful as well. And you, sir, continue running. You're welcome to make another check.
Yep. All right. Just getting worse.
It's all right. I'm rolling the same. I got stunt points, which is nice, but you have more stunt points than me. Actually, you have amassed enough stunt points to say it was an average difficult. No, that wasn't you. You have 4 total. Never mind.
I have
And
4 total.
so you'll roll again. And so, Doxy, you're trying to drag this body to hide it. So you're dragging the body to hide it. Why don't you go ahead and roll me to try to hide this body? Usually it's a dexterity stealth, but you're actually trying to hide this. I'm going to allow I suppose a perception check on this one. Because you're trying to see if you find a good spot to hide it.
Sure. Not good.
Yeah,
So that would not be a good spot.
That's okay. She's like, nope, this is out of sight.
Lock it. Don't listen to him.
Things
Lock it.
covered over it. Things are going perfectly fine. This is good. I like
Lock
this.
it.
You could lock it.
I just don't think it's gonna make enough of a difference.
If you roll,
It might not.
Okay. Let me just check my DCs, anyways.
It's
just below average.
just under an average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So so you go and you hide the body around the corner. We'll get back to you in a second, Doxy. You roll one more time for me, sir.
Better. with now 6 stun points.
Which
total.
means that you would win unless I crush you. Which how do I roll 3 9s in a row?
Hey,
You're, like,
talent,
broken?
dude. Talent.
I rolled a 5-1-4 and a 4-1-5, as well as the 4-2-4.
I mean, I rolled a 14, 13, 14.
You catch up to them several blocks away. Like let's not be. Let's it takes you a bit to get them, but you catch up to them and you're able to act. So you've caught up to them. You're actually able to act now if you would like.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna like. Is there an alley that I can catch up to him at? Like time it so I can catch up to him at an alley that I can like kind of pull him to the side and just like.
I mean,
press
you're gonna
him
have to like
against the
grapple him or something like that to be able to pull
Yeah.
them into the
Oh,
alley.
I'm gonna try to grapple
Yes,
him.
again, this is a large town. There are definitely areas where you can pull people into. And it's the middle of the night, so.
Yep.
A lot of people are awake, but not everybody.
So is that strength to grapple him?
Correct. Okay.
13 with 4 stun points.
They're going to try to dexterity to get away, and then we're going to have to pull the camera back to Doxy for a second. They're going to try to dexterity to weasel away. They actually do not get captured by you. Now, you do have your 4 stunt points, which you can use to do something like, say, knock them prone or whatever it is. You think about that. While Doxy, you hid the body. You think you did a good enough job. Are you also trying to like hide yourself near the body so you're waiting for Oscar here? Or what do you... Okay, cool. Roll me a stealth check. Just dexterity stealth, and we'll get back to him.
I am the worst. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Smexy.
What the business are these rolls today?
Average.
I don't know.
Doxy, this is what normal people roll.
I don't like it.
Not everybody can be. You know why you're getting these rolls, Doxy? I can tell you. You just don't want to hear it.
It's because of my zits, isn't it?
It is because
No,
of your zits.
you know what, Doxy? I can tell you why it is. It's because of what you were rolling earlier today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
A blunt? No, so you
Correct.
you actually catch up to the guy. You try to grapple at him, but he's able to like slip away. Probably because of sweat on it. You know, he's kind of like one of those hairy, sweaty guys. So you try to grab it, it just like slicks right off. Like
So you
jelly.
do you get to use my stunt points though?
Oh,
Even though
my
it's not a
apologies. No,
success?
you didn't succeed.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah. So yeah, he like slicks away from it and he turns off and he's just like, oh shit! I listen. I'm just getting the authorities because there was, not doing anything. I'm not
Correct.
doing anything.
Correct choice. Why don't you come back with me? We're just gonna walk back this way. All right?
He eyes your spear, and he looks past you and sees that there's like nobody behind you or anything like that. And he looks around. Roll me a perception empathy check, but I'm sure
It's
you don't have
just
that.
perception.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see that he is getting the impression with your 9, because it's not very hard. You can see that he's getting the impression that he is thinking, I don't know, he's alone. You know what I mean? I might be able to take him a run.
Oscar's just gonna quickly pull the spear out down, and because it was on his back before, and he just quickly pulls it down onto his right hand. I would rethink that.
And he, looks at the spear, sees the intensity in the eye. You can roll me an intimidation, which I think is communications, but let's
It's
just double check.
strength.
Strength, good, like it.
Yeah, that'll probably be good. That's gonna be, what is that,
Oh,
17?
damn, and 6 stunt points.
Yeah.
Jesus, what would you like to use your stunt points on, sir?
That is an excellent question. This
my
isn't combat,
God.
unfortunately, but this would be role playing, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, flirt clearly. No.
Coming
no,
with
I
me.
think-
No, really. He starts jacking off his
Oh,
beard.
no, God, no.
I'd rethink that.
No. We're gonna do Tower of Will first of all. Definitely. Strength of character. Rest of the current role playing exchange. You gain +1 bonus to any opposed test with this guy. That seems smart. Yeah. I mean, I guess, and another thing, and just, I'm going to say, and you're going to make sure that you stay quiet about everything that happened. You're never going to say a word to anybody.
By choice? He says, and you can understand he means, are you going to do to me what you did to,
Oscar just smiles, doesn't say a word, and then just holds the spear and starts shaking his arm and just says, come along now.
He starts going along with it like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's making his way downtown, walking fast, faces past.
And I'm just going to guide him back to the front of the tavern. And I'm
No. You're walking back with him.
Yeah.
He's much slower.
Oh,
Doxy,
yeah, of
you're
course.
cuddled up in the alleyway next to a corpse with like a garbage bag or whatever it is pulled over them. When all of a sudden, a couple of guards look around the corner of the alleyway and go, "We got something over here. Hold on, let's check this out." And start walking down the alley that you're in, and looking at you like shining like a hooded lantern down your way.
I'm going to feign passed out.
Why don't you roll me a communications check? This is deception or whatever it might be. Oh, for a second, I
that
thought that
was
was
just
you. Oh
that
my
was just
god, it was
my
you.
17 finally coming through.
That's still really
Still
good.
15.
But I mean, okay. Doxy, are you happy with your 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Fane passed out, and with that, we will take a break. Oscar, chase this man down, spears to the back. What's his name there? Doxy, hiding inside was hiding down an alleyway with a corpse underneath a couple of trash bags, lying there pretending to be passed out. And Laszlo finally getting around the north end of the town, where he's gonna wait right outside the town for them. There's no reason to go in, and he looks back at the cart to just make sure the car's okay, and realizes he's not there anymore. We'll see everybody in just a couple of minutes. Bye.